tired of feeling tired? Done with diet culture? Overwhelmed by conflicting nutrition and fitness messages? Then join us, your hosts of the Nutrition Revolution podcast, as we take a deep dive into all things women's fitness and nutrition. I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Tabitha. And together we are debunking diet culture myths and giving you the tools you need to finally see the results you're looking for. It's time to revolutionize your nutrition and training.
Welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to talk about our environments and how our environments can create friction for hitting our goals or can help hit our goals. And I think that the way that we set up our lifestyle and our house and our community is such a major factor in actually obtaining the goals. If I have a goal to work out and I say I'm going to join a gym all the way down in Felton, but I live in Townsend, I'm not going to hit the gym.
I love how when you said creating friction, or reducing friction. I love that.
Yeah.
Is our environment, is our life making it easier or harder for us to accomplish what it is that we want to accomplish?
Yeah.
And that applies to literally everything.
Yeah.
That we do.
Right.
Not just nutrition and fitness, not just weight loss, not just building muscle, not just preparing for a marathon or working out or whatever.
When it became really obvious to me, I had this goal to read the Bible every day. That was my goal. And I would read my Bible and then I would put it back on the shelf.
Love that goal. And
then I realized that it was staying on the shelf because it wasn't in sight. I wasn't looking at it. It wasn't in front of me. I wasn't seeing it every day in my normal circumstances where if I left it out on the counter in my kitchen or where I sit in the evenings or whatever. And now I'm I read it every day. It's there and I will flip through it because I have created an environment where it's in my face. And so, my phone, I feel this is where I'm always if your phone is in your hand, in your pocket, making noise, beeping and alerting you all the time, of course you're going to struggle getting off of your phone because it's constantly there. And then you have the phantom phone vibrations that you don't, it's constantly in front of you. So of course you're going to pick it up and be on it all the time.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want to pick up and have part of your life all the time?
Yes.
That is what needs to be more present in your lifestyle.
And I'll add, I really truly believe this too, that most people, they don't fail at their nutrition or their fitness or whatever goal because of a lack of motivation, right? We often hear oh, are you motivated enough? How badly do you want it? Are you motivated? I actually believe that people want it quite badly, that they're motivated. I think that they fail because think about how often they think about it and they talk about it and they
consumes them.
They, buy another program or hire another trainer or do another nutrition program. I think they fail because everything in their environment makes the healthy choice the hardest choice. It's not willpower, it's friction. And you can only fight against the friction for so long. And the friction's going to win and overpower you. So honestly, it's it's almost a relief. Wait, I'm not broken. It's just my system sucks.
Yeah, your system sucks.
Your system sucks. If you struggle with eating junk food and you are a busy mom and you've got a couple kids and you've got a husband and you're my sweet tooth is my downfall. And this is real world situation that I had with a client about a year ago. And she was a busy mom, nurse, 2 younger kids, great woman. She's I'm just struggling with candy and junk food in the house, whatever. And I was okay, hard truth. You're in control of that food environment. Yeah. Throw that food away.
Yeah, you're the mom.
Stop bringing home the candy and the junk food for your kids.
Right.
You talk about how the Teddy Grahams are the bane of your existence. Stop buying the Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
Your kids might whine for a little bit. Too bad.
Yeah.
I don't care. Tell your kids that they don't have Teddy Grahams at the grocery store anymore.
Yeah.
They don't. If you don't go down that aisle, they don't have them because you don't see them.
I used to tell my kids that Chick-fil-A didn't have French fries. They only had fruit cups.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Reduce the friction.
Yeah.
Don't go down that aisle. I literally, in my day-to-day grocery shopping, don't go down the soda aisle because I just don't want it in my house and I don't want to spend the money on it. And we don't I don't want to bring it, have it there. So I just don't walk down that aisle because it's going to reduce the friction of the temptation to grab the Cherry Coke Zeros that are on sale, because we know Tabitha's love of Cherry Coke Zero. And when I have had my moments of friction where I've given in and I've just bought the case, and then it's in my fridge in my garage, and and it's like I walk by and there's like the friction, like it's calling me.
It's just sucking you in.
I give in, and then I have them more, and then I notice like, oh, my gut is feeling real not happy because I've had way more Cherry Coke Zeros than I ever normally do, right? So what do? Reduce that friction. Like, I just won't even go down that aisle, and I won't even bring it into my house.
One of the things I've done with clients in the past who struggle with that aspect of like buying the food or seeing it in the grocery store and be like, oh, I'm going to try that. One of the best things that they can do for themselves is let themselves have Instacart for a couple of months or food delivery services for a couple of months, and then only order groceries that you know you're going to eat and meal prep and do all of those things so that you're not even going into the store and seeing them. Stay out of convenience stores. Don't go to Wawa. Don't go to Sheetz. Like, stay out of those stores and like just buy the foods that you're going to meal prep. And it helps, you know, and then help. Eventually you're like, okay, I haven't had that food in months and I'm okay.
Yeah. Because literally if you're doing like
and don't take your kids into the grocery store.
And also don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Like, make sure that you've eaten a substantial meal, or even like do your meal planning and stuff when you're hungry.
Right.
And that way you can like be level-headed, clear thinking. And last night coming home from club volleyball practice, it was late. It's like 9:30 and we're coming from Georgetown. And there's a Wawa. My daughter, we didn't bring a snack with us. Normally I have like we eat like a good dinner because it's a late training. And then I have a snack, and she had actually been babysitting my brother's kids. And then I picked her up and we went. And I forgot to bring a snack, and she's like, Mom, I'm really hungry. And I'm like, all right. She's like, can we just stop at the Wawa? And I was like, sure. And then I actually was kind of like, where's the Wawa got? But I was like, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
I don't like need anything. I'm purely just kind of like bored, feeling a little tired. Like, it might be nice to have some candy for this ride. And I thought, you know what? To that point, like, reduce the friction. She has my credit card on her Apple Pay. She was like, do you want anything? I was like, nope. I'm going to sit right here in this car. You go on in. She actually got a watermelon and a smoothie. And I'm like, I'm reducing the friction, because if I go in there, I'm more likely to end up giving in and getting something that I just full stop didn't need. I had eaten all my meals. I'd had a good dinner. I had water in my cup in the car with me. Yeah. So reduce the friction. Like, I just didn't go in.
Yeah. I think that's where it can help with nutrition is like, you know, pay attention to what you are. If you buy it, you are going to eat it. And that goes for like healthy foods and foods that are, you know, highly processed. Like, if you buy it and bring it into your house, you can't be mad that you ate it because it's there and you're going to want to eat it. So, you know, that's one of those tips of like, don't go in, don't put yourself in that situation, and that will reduce the friction.
Yeah.
But also, like, I've had clients who DoorDash food to their house and like from multiple different places, and then they can't understand why. Like,
DoorDash is such a blessing and such a curse.
Delete it off your phone.
It's expensive.
Well, it's expensive, but like also it gives you an opportunity to eat a lot of the highly processed foods that
junk foods, you
wouldn't normally eat because it's so daggone convenient, and it is convenient.
Yeah.
Delete the app off of your phone and log out, because that's going to put a layer between you and your quick, easy DoorDash fix. You know, same for like screen time. Log out of your apps, delete them off your phone. And don't put you have to enter your password to get onto them. And that keeps you from like not hitting the button and logging in every 10 minutes because you want to know what's happening. You got to create friction so that you can hit your goals better. Another big area where I see environments impacting people's goals is people waiting for other people. So like, oh yeah, I'm going to work out with my husband 3 days a week. And then they sit around all day waiting for their husband to get off of work. And then their husband comes home and he's like, I'm just exhausted. I'm not going to work out today. Where like you could have done your workout in the morning and had it all done, but you waited for someone else. Or like, oh, I am going to eat really, really healthy. But then your husband brings home hot dogs and, French fries and
cheese pizza.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, never mind, I'm just going to eat it. Right. So like, depending on other people to support you and like do it with you, you're the one that's going to have to make those choices and go first and put your boundaries and things down in your home environment or in your community environment so that you're hitting those goals, because not everyone is going to have the same goals as you. And that's where I've seen a lot of women, especially, failing in their lifestyle choices, because they just are like, well, my husband didn't want to do it and my kids don't want to do it. And so I'm just, I can't make 6 different meals. Or,
yeah. Don't make 6 different meals.
No.
That's something that's making a behavior harder to start. And that is the exact definition of friction. Anything that makes a behavior harder to start and to continue. So having no groceries in your house. A gym that is 30 minutes or more away, a complicated recipe that you don't want to cook and that you don't have time.
Pinterest is friction.
Yeah. And the all or nothing mindset, too many rules, food prep that feels overwhelming, or a workout that requires too much equipment or setup or thinking. Yeah. Humans in general, we're going to choose the easier path, the path of least resistance 9 times out of 10. And that's normal.
Yeah.
So do that for yourself with your goals. Like if you want to work out with your husband and because you think that's something that you'll enjoy together and maybe you need that, great. Then make it like this weekend, we're going to do a Saturday workout together instead of, if that's a common theme that he comes home and then he's tired and bails on it, then girl, you need to get up and you need to get it done during a time that you can when he's not there, and then figure out something on the weekend.
Yeah. When my husband and I were doing our workouts together, we very much had that, like, we knew our calendar, we knew our schedule. And I would say like, hey, I'm not home on this night, so you're going to have to do it yourself. I'm doing it at this time. And then he would do his own workout, or like, I'm away this weekend, so you have to do it yourself. Like, we were very transparent about like, what does your schedule look like? Here's what my schedule look like. Okay, we can do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays together, but on the rest of the times you're on your own. Like, just creating that communication and setting yourself up for success by being like, it's okay that we want to do a program together. We can't do it together every day, but we can all do the same program at different times. That has been really helpful.
Yeah. I think to lower the like activation energy, right? So like, instead of I'm going to cook this like perfect dinner or this balanced dinner, like, can I assemble something that is quick and easy in 5 minutes, that is not from DoorDash, that is not from Wendy's or a fast food establishment. So like a wrap or a bowl over like a complicated, elaborate meal.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, people think that it's so convenient, but like, I could cook something at home faster than I could get DoorDash delivered to my door.
It's so true.
Like, if you meal prep and you take 2 hours to like make some rice, make some proteins, make some veggies, and store them in your fridge, you can pop a bowl together in like 5 minutes and heat it up. And that's way faster than DoorDash. It just takes a little bit of prep at the front. What meal prep is a major way to reduce friction in your nutrition. Like,
and you do that once a week and get yourself set up for days.
Yeah. Like some hard boiled eggs, some, 3 different types of protein, whatever veggies, and you have them
veggies
stocked.
Pre-cut, fruit out on the counter.
So one
plenty
thing
of
I read
eggs
was
and stuff in the fridge.
That people like aren't eating their fruits and veggies and that they're rotting in their drawers, right? Like, they buy them, but they don't eat them. And I saw this like hack on how to eat your veggies. And it was like, put all of your sauces and stuff in the veggie and fruits drawer, and then put your fruits and veggies like in the fridge, so that when you open the door, the first thing you see are your fruits and veggies. So that you're eating them. That. And then all of your other stuff that like sauces or jams or like whatever stuff you don't use all of the time, they're actually put far away. So like, it's, obviously Pinterest, but like the door is like fresh cut celery and fresh cut carrots. And like, I know for me, like if I chop and prep raw carrots and veggies and like make like a veggie platter, my family eats it so much faster. If I cut the strawberries when I get them, they eat it so much faster. And like, our fruits and veggies don't go bad because they're visible.
Yeah.
They're easily accessible. And they're like right in front of you when you're doing that.
And for someone that's like, okay, I don't want to spend the time doing all that cutting and everything, you can buy fruit and veggie trays already made and have them in your Instacart or your Walmart delivery, your Safeway delivery, whatever, and have that delivered to you already done. Yes, you're going to pay a little more, but
you're going to eat it. It's not going to waste.
But if that's your concern, you're probably in a situation where you can do that and you're not worried about it.
So I think, setting up your refrigerator like that, and then also setting up your kitchen space so that like, let's say you do buy the Teddy Grahams because that's the one thing that your kid will eat, but you also know that you eat them, if you have them up on like a higher shelf further away, harder to access, maybe like take them and put them in a container with like a, like the Tupperware containers that have like a lock on them, not like a lock, but like a seal. Then every time you get in there, you have to open the seal, open the bag, reach in and get them, versus like they're just sitting in mini bags on the shelf and I can open one and eat them as I walk around. So setting up even like how you put away your groceries can be a major way to reduce that friction. Like I have a chocolate shelf and it is up. I have to get on a stool to get to it. Otherwise, like there were times where I would just walk through the kitchen and grab a handful of chocolate chips every time I walked through the kitchen because it was just there and convenient. So kind of removing like the convenience factor of the certain nutrition foods that like, I would rather eat more fruits and veggies than snack on Teddy Grahams, get like hummus and guacamole and, a fruit platter that like it's there, prepped, ready, and it's so easily accessible.
Yeah. Make a food environment that mimics what your goals are, that supports what your goals are. And I think the last thing that I want to hit on is, so there's your environment and then there's also your mental, like there's an environmental friction and then there's mental friction too. So not all friction is physical.
Yeah.
I think that the mental barriers that I know I encounter a lot with my clients and have to help them kind of work through is like, I messed up, so today's ruined, right? Because of like one bad meal or perceived bad meal even. Perfectionism, the all or nothing, the guilt, the waiting again for Monday, I bought these croissants at Costco and I ate 4 of them today. So this is kind of ruined, and maybe it's Friday night or it's Saturday that I did that. So then this whole weekend's just a wash and I'll get back after it Monday. And I'm like, okay, consistency dies when perfection is the standard. So I always say, I'm like, your next meal is your next choice, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe that meal, the 4 croissants, that sounds like a little bit of excess.
Yeah.
Instead of the mental friction of I messed up, this is ruined. And so then now the next meal is also going to be 4 slices of pizza and a slice of chocolate cake. It's going to be a salad or, I don't know, vegetables, whatever, nutrient dense, and 1 or 2 slices of pizza if you knew that you were going to go out. Or it's, it's going to be better moderated. It's going to be more in line with what your goals are. So reducing mental friction that way. Next choice mindset, miss once, never twice mindset. Something is better than nothing. Go take a nice walk. If you can get outside, if the weather's conducive, or if you have a treadmill or something to help your body use that excess circulating glucose from overdoing it on the croissants.
Man, put all those carbs to use by lifting heavy in the gym the next day, I think that's good. I think there's a lot of areas that we can use an excuse, right? Like, so friction could also be an excuse. Oh, I had to go out to happy hour with my work people. There are ways that you didn't have to overindulge there, right? So like I could have eaten a high protein snack on my way to the happy hour, or like there's just a lot of ways that you can look at your environment. I think part of it is just being conscious of your environment and then calling it out and being like, oh, I see where I could have made that change, and then next time do better, rather than sitting in the guilt and shame of like, oh, I did this thing. I did that, and now I can see like where I could have reduced that. Like, if I go to my kid's soccer practice and I just sit and doom scroll on my phone, and then my kid gets in the car and I've watched something that just makes me feel terrible, and then I take it out on them or whatever, like, versus I shut down my phone and I went for a walk. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do to kind of set up your environment so that you're mentally feeling better and kind of promoting your health and your goals. Yeah,
absolutely. Better. And I would say, kind of like wrapping this up, I think we've made it pretty clear that you need to reduce their friction in your life. Work smarter, not harder. Make it easier, not harder. Design your life so that, or like your plan, so that it works on not just like your best days, but your worst day.
Absolutely.
Because if your plan's only going to work on your best days, it's not a good plan.
Right.
Right?
You're going to fail every time.
Design your plan for tired Thursday, not motivated Monday.
Yeah.
Because Tabitha on Motivated Monday looks a lot different than Tabitha on Tired Thursday. Because let me tell you, on Motivated Monday, I got meals prepped. I got that crock pot going.
Yeah.
I'm this, that, and the other. I'm feeling myself. Come Thursday, Tired Tabitha.
Yeah.
Done with that 5:30 alarm.
Grotto pizza, here we come.
Listen, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So the plan, it's got to work on the worst days.
Yeah.
So
know your schedule.
You need fewer obstacles, less friction. Environment is permanent.
Yeah.
And I think that that will set you up for success. The design of it working for you, not against you. All right, give it a try. Thanks for spending your time with us. If you found this podcast helpful, we would love for you to share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe on your podcast platform. If you have nutrition or fitness questions you want answered on future episodes, we would love to hear from you. You can submit these questions to our email, Thenutritionrevolutionpodcast@gmail.com, and follow us on Instagram @TheNutritionRevolutionPodcast.